What is going on, wrestling fans? It is WWE 219 here with my Raw review from April 1st, 2013. Just to warn you right now, I did not watch the full Raw. This is the Raw up until the Funkadactyls versus the Bella Twins because I have the Cardinals game to watch and I have to hit the gym. So this is going to be a short version of my Raw review, and I'm guessing Raw is going to end with CM Punk and Undertaker's promo, and I will watch that after I get back from the gym tonight. And my WrestleMania predictions should be up tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. So to kick off Monday Night Raw, John Cena would come out. He'd get a very mixed reaction. Actually, in my opinion, there were more boos. Basically, Cena would say 2013, this is his year. And it was basically his promo leading into WrestleMania 29, an average John Cena promo that I will give a C plus. The next we would see our first match of the night would be Randy Orton, Big Show, and Sheamus taking on 3MB. As we know, those three are taking on the Shield, not 3MB. I'm talking about Show and them. We saw this 2 weeks ago. I'm pretty sure it was a squash match, and there was really nothing to it. But the Shield cut a good promo after this match was over, as the Big Show would knock out I don't know, Jinder Mahal, that's who it was. And the matchup wasn't that great. The Shields promo basically saved this segment. I'll give it a D. So then we would see Zeb Coulter and Swagger promo, and basically boring. I hate these guys. They're annoying. It's not fun to watch. And this gimmick has not really done anything to me in making me a Swagger believer, and I'm going to give it an F. Then we would see finally what I would anticipate to be a good matchup as half the tag team champions Daniel Bryan take on Mr. Money in the Bank Dolph Ziggler. Daniel Bryan had a few cool submission spots. Ziggler was in control though, leading into our first commercial break. And like I said, these matches are usually good between these two. AJ would start skipping around Kane, and that would lead to Big E attacking Kane. And Ziggler would sneak a cover as Daniel Bryan would be distracted off of that Big E hit on Kane. So Dolph Ziggler gets the win over Daniel Bryan here, and then afterwards we'd see Big E hit his finisher both on Daniel Bryan and Kane, as those guys lead to momentum to a tag match at WrestleMania 29. And this matchup between Dolph and Daniel, I'll give a B plus. So then we would see HBK Shawn Michaels return to Raw. Triple H would interrupt Shawn Michaels actually in his mid speech. He would tell HBK that he knows what he's getting into, and HBK basically he'd kind of make it seem like he wasn't backing up Triple H, but he told Triple H, "I will be in your corner at WrestleMania." Brock Lesnar would come out after Paul Heyman would do all the talking, as Paul Heyman is the best manager on the mic by far in the history of the WWE. And yes, that is a bold statement, but I believe in that statement. The promo with Heyman and HBK and Triple H was pretty solid. I'll give it a B. Next, we would see a matchup, Wade Barrett versus Zack Ryder with The Miz on commentary. We would find out that Wade Barrett versus The Miz will be on the pre-show at WrestleMania 29. I think that's pretty fitting for those two because those two are kind of boring to me. Wade Barrett was eyeing The Miz throughout this matchup. Ryder had some strong moments, but it wasn't enough to defeat Wade Barrett, as a bullhammer would win it for Wade Barrett. He gets momentum going into his WrestleMania 29 matchup against The Miz. I'll give that matchup against Zack Ryder a D+. So then we'd see Santino versus Mark Henry. What do you expect? Mark Henry squashed him. World's Strongest Slam. I'll give it an F. Ryback would come out after, throw Santino into Mark Henry and be like, "Oh, I didn't touch you," because of their no contact clause thing. Mark Henry, Santino, F. Then we'd see Zeb Coulter versus Alberto Del Rio. Wouldn't be any wrestling here from Coulter and Del Rio, as Zeb Coulter would take a crutch and just start hitting Del Rio. And so would Swagger, and they'd just be beating the shit out of Alberto Del Rio. I'll give this segment an F. Pretty pointless. Then The Rock would come out and cut his promo for WrestleMania 29. The crowd was really behind The Rock. I don't know how you can be behind a guy that shows up every other Raw and won't even be there. He's part-time champ. He basically was just saying how he's gonna kick Cena's ass at WrestleMania. It's a typical Rock promo. It wasn't exciting. I'll give it a C minus. Then we would see a wrestling matchup: Chris Jericho versus the United States champion Antonio Cesaro. Once again, they would have Antonio Cesaro lose. Doesn't make sense why you're having one of your minor championships lose all the time on Raws. We see this a lot. It was an average matchup. Fandango would interrupt, but the Walls of Jericho would win it for Chris Jericho, and we would see Fandango assault Jericho after this matchup. Of course, they got their matchup at WrestleMania 29, which I'm not too excited about. But Raw up to that point, like I said, I stopped watching leading into the Funkadactyls versus the Bella Twins, and I'm guessing there's going to be a CM Punk promo. Was not that great. I'll give Raw a D minus. I don't even know why I'm giving it that, because it wasn't really that entertaining, and I stopped watching it before the end just to watch my Cardinals play on opening night. So there's my Raw review, guys. Like I said, my WrestleMania 29 predictions will be up tomorrow night, April 2nd. Stay tuned for that. Like this video, comment on how you thought Raw was. Follow me on Twitter at Let's Talk _WWE, and take it easy.